What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be showing off new Fabled support, enabled Fabled Legacy support. So you're getting a few cards in the brand new set, which is the Vortex. So without further ado, let's get into this. So this is Fabled Marcosia. It's a level 4 Light Fiend monster effect, attack 1700. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can discard one or two monsters from your hand, including a Fabled monster except himself. And if you do, special summon this card, and if you do that, it gains 200 attack for each monster you discarded with this effect. If this card is discarded to the graveyard, add a Fabled spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So the way the Fables work, real quick, is to discard stuff. They're kind of like Dark Worlds a little bit, and they're a synchro based deck as well. Not much else to say, only they were kind of briefly in a meta game, I suppose, but they would have been many years back. They haven't been good ever since. The next card we have is the Fabled Fang, I don't know, sure. Level 2 Light Beast Tuner effect, 1000 attack, 600 defense. You can only use this card's name effect once per turn. If this card is in a graveyard, you can discard a Fabled monster, and if you do, special with this card. So they gain all these effects from being discarded. There's two different types of the archetype, which is the Fabled and Fabled. Fabled are more of the fiend, human type demons, and their Fabled are just cute animals that are possessed by these things. Then we have probably one of the coolest things, which is Fabled Wraith, which is level 6 Light Fiend Synchro effect monster. His artwork is amazing. He looks like the Leviathan one, which was the biggest, level 9 or 10. So this one is one Fabled tuner monster, one non-tuner monster. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can activate this effect. Your opponent can discard one card to negate this effect. Otherwise, you draw two cards and discard a card. So if a monster is sent from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, you can target one of those monsters and special summon it to your field, but negate its effects are negated. So I'm not sure how good the support is. I mean, it's cool, but again, I don't think it's going to be anything, meta defining. So this is Stairway to the Fabled World is the next field spell card we have. So it says you can only activate this card name once per turn. You can only activate this card's second effect once per turn. When this card is activated, you can send a Fabled monster from your deck to the graveyard. So it won't gain that discard effect, but you'll get it to the graveyard. Some of them work well in the graveyard, I suppose. You can banish them and stuff. You can target one Fabled monster in the graveyard, discard two cards, and if you do, add that target to your hand. Okay, so it searches like that. And then, if you have less cards in your hand than your opponent, Fabled monster you control gain 200 attack times the hand size deficit during damage calculation. So if your opponent has two cards, you have no cards, they gain 200. They gain 400, sorry. And then the next card is, it's strange, it's the new Synchro monster on top of a Chimera, ready to battle the Leviathan, which is strange. This is Fable Regicide, so it's a normal trap card. You can only activate one of this card's name once per turn. Target a Fabled monster in the graveyard and one face monster on the field, discard one card, and if you do, special summon the first target from the graveyard, and if you do that, destroy the target on the field. So I'm not sure. I think their effects can't go off if they're used as a cost. So it's like, or maybe it is the cost. I'm not sure. I know Dark Worlds was like, if they're discarded by the cost, it doesn't count. I'm not sure if that is the case with Fabled. But I mean, the artworks are cool. I'm not sure how amazing they're going to be. I definitely think this is one of the coolest cards I've ever seen. But yeah, let me know what you think. I did briefly play this deck back in 5D era, and it was fun. It was really, really fun. But it was like that when it came out with kind of the likes of Allied Justice, Ice Barriers, Gustos and stuff like that. It wasn't as prominent. I mean, there was a few things like Fabled Raven that were pretty strong, that were splashed into a lot of other decks, just because it was a level 3 tuner that could level manipulate at the time, and synchros were so powerful that it was a big thing. But I'm not sure the actual deck was big. There's another thing called the Fabled Cerberus that was actually pretty cool. As soon as you discard it in the likes of like Dark World and stuff, they were using it. Once it's discarded, it special summons itself, as far as I know. But other than that, I'm not too sure. So if you have any other insight, let me know. I might try these out on Edo Pro or whatever it's called. So so let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And good luck.